Hey guys, this is Steve. Very happy to be here with another amazing star project demoing for the Filecoin grant currently hosted on HackerLink platform. This is Steve from DoraHacks team. We're very happy today to have Numbers, a really cool project with us based in Taiwan. So before Numbers start, I would like to walk you through the background and the status quo of the hackathon and the Filecoin grant. So we are very happy, the DoraHacks team are very happy to work with Protocol Labs and Filecoin Foundation on this grant, targeting to global Filecoin ecosystem builders and ecosystem projects, so that every project have a chance to win a portion of the prize pool provided by Protocol Labs, Filecoin Foundation, and the Filecoin grant funder style. There are 11 institutions and projects backing our amazing projects. And currently the grant is leveraging the quadratic founding scheme on HackerLink platform, where every a user or token holder can vote for the amazing projects that they want to support using HackerLink's infrastructure. So if you're a project working on, if you're a project working on the Filecoin ecosystem, feel free to participate in the grant. We're still accepting admission globally, so that you can submit your project to the grant system. And if you want to support Filecoin ecosystem projects early stage, make sure that you vote for the amazing projects on HackerLink infrastructure before July 18th, which will be the end of this hackathon and this grant. So so currently we have already there are approximately 30-40 new Filecoin ecosystem projects already registered for the hackathon. You can see them all on HackerLink platform. So today we have Numbers with us. So Numbers is all about openness, transparency, and security. It's a Taiwan-based startup founded in May 2019. They created a data framework to capture, seal, and trace the data integrity to the origin of the content lifecycle. So Numbers is a MyData Global Operator award winner and OpenChain certified. Openness, transparency, and security are the core value of Numbers product. So without further ado, today we have Ethan from the core team with us, and Ethan, you can take up from here. One more thing. If you want to support Numbers in the hackathon, make sure you go to hackerlink.io and vote for them.
Okay, thanks, Steve. I'll take it from here. So let me share the screen.
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. So hi, everyone. So thanks for giving us the opportunity to share. So my name is Ethan, and I'm a developer at Numbers. So today, I'll be sharing about our experience working on a project done in collaboration with Starling Labs called 78 Days. So before getting into that, I just wanted to share a little bit about Numbers. So Numbers is a Taipei startup, as Steve mentioned, established in 2019. And we were established as a response to the growing distrust in news media and all the misinformation on the web. So realizing that at the heart of the problem is the authenticity of data itself, we created Numbers protocol and image data traceability framework using blockchain and decentralized web to capture, seal, and trace data. So, okay, that's enough about us. Let's dive straight into 78 Days. So 78 Days is a photojournalistic record that details America's 78-day presidential transition from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. In this project, photos were captured by Reuters photographers, and every photo taken is hashed and its environmental data collected and packaged up as metadata. This is done using Numbers protocol. The metadata is injected into photos with Content Authenticity Initiative standards, and then the files are stored to Filecoin for accessibility. So why 78 days? So following the 2016 US elections, fake news and misinformation became really prominent narratives. With these topics being discussed constantly by politicians and other in our daily news cycle, it became extremely difficult for viewers to trust what we see and what's being reported. So with confidence in news media at an all-time low, the 78-Day Project represents a concerted effort to address the misinformation dilemma with the latest technologies and standards. So 78 Days splits up the solution to misinformation in photos into 3 steps: capture, store, and verify. So for capture, at Numbers, we played an integral role in all 3 of these steps. So for capture, we utilized our Numbers protocol to collect and compile photo metadata and cryptographically hash them. For store, we acted as a client and ran Lotus, Filecoin protocol, to store the photos with miners. And for verify, we injected the photos with metadata, for example, ownership, context, and decentralized storage information utilizing CAI standards. There's a lot to share in each of these steps, but since this is a Filecoin talk, I'll just be focusing on the store portion. So let's answer the question of why is it important to store on decentralized storage in the first place. So let me tell you a story. While we were running this project, the storming of the US Capitol happened. As a response to that event, the big tech companies, Twitter, Facebook, and Google, they all took action to prevent access of misinformation, prevent access to the information in the name of preventing misinformation. Even though it was all well-intentioned, it highlighted just how powerful centralized storage has over our information. At any moment, they can cut off our access. Though it is easy to think that censoring is a solution to misinformation, in reality, availability is just as important as authenticity. So this is where Filecoin comes in. So let's go over the 78-day data flow architecture. So as you can see, Numbers acted as the client, and we received photos from Reuters daily. From there, we used Lotus to create storage contracts, and we offered them to miners in the network. The storage contract contains price in Filecoins, duration, and the file itself. The deal goes to the miners, and if they accept the terms of the deals, they'll receive Filecoins, and we'll proceed to store the file. To ensure that the files remain stored with the miners will have to conduct proof of space time to prove that the file still exists. If they're successful in providing the proof of space time, they'll be compensated. So that's the data flow architecture. So when a file is stored at Filecoin, there's some important information or data that it spits out, and the most important being the CID. So the CID is important because it's needed to retrieve the file to access it. So as part of completing the whole 78-day process, to verify in particular, the CID is injected into the photo as metadata utilizing content authenticity initiative standards. So this is what the visualization looks like. So as you can see, the photo is sort of like a multi-layer information container. One of those layers included is the Filecoin CID. So the final photo will have an information icon which you can click on, and when you click on it, you can view all the layers of the photo, including where it's being stored. So maybe you can't see it very well, but this is what an example of it would look like. So you can see the content producer, you can see how it was captured, and below you can see the Filecoin CID. So when storing files to Filecoin, it's important to store multiple copies of it because to different miners, because in the event that one of those miner fails, then it ensures that the file remains available if you store multiple copies. Another thing to consider is when storing a file is the importance of piece size. So miners have sectors that they fill before sealing. And for cost reasons, many miners require a minimum piece size, preferring larger files that fill the sector. When we were running this project, 78-day projects, the photos were actually extremely small, like megabytes in size. So many deals were rejected at onset. So in order for these files to be stored, we needed to make special arrangements with the miners. So these are the lessons that we learned from the 78-day project experience. So we think that the 78-day case study demonstrated how image authentication can be used to legitimize information, and the decentralized storage played its intended role of preventing censorship and siphoning the control big corporations have over our data. It also highlighted that client-miner relationships is really important in creating successful storage deals with Filecoin. And another thing was that actually the 78-day projects, we stored the files just only 19 days after the Filecoin mainnet launch. So even though we were effective in storing the files, at that time, Filecoin was still in its infancy, and there are many improvements like currently in the works, and it'll probably like stability and such, so it'll be much better in the future. Before concluding our sharing, I just wanted to share a little bit about what Numbers is doing outside of the projects and how Filecoin fits in with our goals. So right now, at Numbers, we have 2 active projects running. The first one being Capture app, and the second one being CaptureClub. So Capture app is packages our Numbers protocol into a camera app to give anyone with a smartphone the ability to establish ownership and context at the moment the photo is taken. The information is sealed on the blockchain to make it immutable, and an associated certificate of authenticity is generated. Photos created with Capture app, which we call captures, are unique assets, as no 2 photos can replicate the exact circumstances of their creation. This lends itself for value creation and monetization. Captures also have their generated metadata injected into the photos, into the images itself, to make it traceable even as it is shared across the internet. CaptureClub is our second project, and it's our marketplace for captures. It's a marketplace of only authentic assets, because captures are authentic assets. Captures sold on CaptureClub have an extra layer, extra NFT token layer injected into the image to provide the assets with added security and liquidity. So the long-term goal at Numbers is the creation of what we call an authentic media network. As the name suggests, it's this place where only authentic assets and information exists. Currently, our network consists of just CaptureClub as a marketplace of authentic assets, with CaptureClub app as the tool for authentic media generation. We see capture as a movement that requires time to cultivate an ecosystem and a devoted community. And we envision a future where captures become the norm for photos, as a successful authentic media network hinges on the integrity of the media that populate it. The capture ecosystem hopes to expand past just a marketplace and to other impactful areas such as news media, and ultimately become a destination for objective, trustworthy content. So when it comes to information, availability, as I mentioned, is just as critical as authenticity. If the authentic information is censored, it is effectively useless. So additionally, you may hear this, but like in the NFT sphere, they say that if it's not on IPFS, then it doesn't belong to you. This highlights kind of this idea of asset accessibility. And currently, we, as many people may know, the IPFS has its fair share of problems, reliability being the main issue. So to keep data decentralized, we hope to use Filecoin to ensure accessibility, and we see Filecoin as a critical part of our whole authentic media vision, network vision, and look forward to the coupling of Filecoin and our technology. Okay, that's it for our sharing. Thank you, for your time.
Yeah, Ethan, you finished?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, let's see there's any question from the community side. Can you introduce the team a little bit more? I know you presented on the first page, how do you guys meet each other?
Oh, sure. So the company, as mentioned, was created in 2019, and it was created by our co-founders, Bofu, Chen, Tammy Yang, and Sophia Yan. And I joined on in 2020, so relatively recently, I guess. But as mentioned, the company was we're a small team in Taipei, but I think we're an effective team, and we move very quickly. And we worked on a lot of interesting projects that I think are very useful and helpful for, society, the world, tackling misinformation and these interesting use cases while also pursuing our own products as well. Yeah.
Awesome. So, why don't you guys dive deep into the Filecoin ecosystem? So, I personally have a question is that your team's standpoint on the other storage-oriented protocols, like why use Filecoin as your base protocol infrastructure instead of choosing other like projects like Arweave or other protocols?
That's a good question. I think we have strong connections with Filecoin, I guess, and then also we've experimented and played around with Filecoin in the early stages, so we're very familiar with the protocol itself, and we're well connected with the team there, I guess. So if we have any issues and such, we have a direct line of communication, and we kind of in terms of like the 78-day project, it was very much like a experiment in some ways, as much as like a showcase. So then in that sort of environment, we were able to test out like the different the minor relationships and just the protocol, and we thought that it was solid. Yeah, so that's why we went with it.
Cool. Yeah. So I from my understanding, your team mostly based in Taipei and Taiwan, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you introduce more on the general environment there? Is the startup culture in blockchain a hot topic? Is the government supporting it? How do you see the developer community? Is it growing? Are people getting more into the space? We want to know more about what's going on there. Especially, is Filecoin a big topic there?
I think so. I'm not super familiar with that area, to be honest, because I'm actually originally from the States, and my family circumstances, that's how I ended up in Taiwan. So I'm not super familiar with how it is the environment in Taipei. But as far as I know, I believe we're one of the only startups or companies out there that are really deeply ingrained with Filecoin, and I think there are blockchain companies in Taiwan, some, and I think that the developer community is growing in Taiwan because they see I think they identify it as software and such as the future for the country. But I can't say these things I'm saying I can't say for certain because I'm actually a foreigner, to be honest.
Okay. So where were you originally based?
I'm actually from the States, so U.S. Yeah, but my family circumstances. California.
Nice. I'm in the Bay Area now. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area as well. Yeah, Oakland, San Jose. I grew up in San Jose, but I used to live in Oakland.
Nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So last question. So what are the next step for numbers? For the audience today, we have approximately 1,000 with us in the live demo session. Is there anything you want to share with them?
Yeah, sure. So as mentioned, we have our projects currently running. So we have our Capture app project, and we have our CaptureClub. So CaptureClub is as I mentioned, is a marketplace. It's sort of like an NFT platform. So we're looking to collaborate with creators and to add more content and make improvements. I think for Capture app, it's honestly a really I might be biased, but I think it's a pretty cool app. It gives just a common individual the power of the blockchain just in your hand, and you just you take a photo normally, and then your photos are just stored and made immutable on the blockchain. I think it's pretty cool, and we'll be adding additional features to Capture app, improving its performance, and adding additional features maybe making it so that you can make photos that you take can become NFTs immediately. And then, yeah, and right now we're just, we're looking to grow our community, grow our user base, and to continue to grow what I mentioned in our talk, the authentic media network. So right now we just have CaptureClub, but we may add some other platforms and feature and yeah, some other platforms to it, like in the future. Yeah. And if you're interested in, you know, what we're doing, you can go ahead and just follow us on, you know, our media channels, Twitter, and you can join our Telegram community. And we also have like, we're also pretty active on Medium. So we write a lot of technical articles, technical surveys, blog posts, dev blogs. And so you can get a lot of like information about what we're up to there as well.
Awesome. Great. So yeah, guys, if you're listening today, make sure you follow a number of social media channels and community to follow their most recent updates and test use their products, join their development, and support them in any way you can. Yeah, and the grant will last till July 18th. So make sure you, if you want to support numbers, you can donate USDC directly to the project. And I'm sure when numbers grow more materially, there will be a lot of interesting rewards for the early supporters. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us today, Ethan. And have a great one in Taiwan.
Yeah, and thanks so much, Steve. Yeah,
I hope you great success in the near future for the development and progress and long-term growth of the project in the future.
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve, and thanks for having us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. When your product's more mature, we'll welcome you to share your progress with us again to the DoraHacks community.
Yeah, of course. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, guys, like I mentioned, July 18th is the end of Filecoin Grant 1 on HackerLink. So if you're a developer, make sure you submit your Filecoin ecosystem project to the grant to make sure you get a portion out of that. And yeah, if you're a voter, make sure to check out all the amazing projects already submitted to the grant. And make sure to support numbers if you're interested in the content that Ethan shared today. Okay, guys, have a great one. Thank you for joining us.